My name is Ameer Baker, and I have a problem. Can anybody in here fix my computer? Anybody? Can you fix my computer?
Probably.
Probably, maybe. Most of you all probably said maybe. When you tell somebody that you're in IT or in cybersecurity, I'm pretty sure you've all been asked at least 10 times, can you fix my computer? Can you come take a look at this, right? And for some people, it really just goes over our head. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll get around to it, maybe. I'll come check it out. And you do, maybe tinker with it, maybe hold it for a night or a weekend, you give it back to them, and it's, okay, sure, I fixed your computer. You just need a new RAM, or I had to change out your hard drive, or something simple for people who have experience in that realm. I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to go back for a second. I went to Howard University, I got my degree in electrical engineering, and I was a very broke college student. Not coming from a broke household, but my parents paid for school out of pocket. Howard is like $25,000 a year or a semester. I don't know, I didn't pay for it. Right? But very expensive, so I used to get $100 a month to eat with after the cafeteria closed. I had a meal plan. $100 doesn't really get you very far, especially when the cafeteria closes at 6, and as an engineer, you're up till 2 a.m. some nights. So, I got very hungry in my first 2 semesters in college. Somewhere around my sophomore year, me and one of my colleagues decided, man, we got to get us some money. But engineering was a very, very time-demanding focus, right? Spent endless hours sleeping overnight in our engineering building. We said, well, what can we do to get some money without having to leave the engineering building? We came up with an idea. Because we were engineers, everyone said, can you fix my computer? So we decided, well, let's start our own IT company. And right there in the engineering building at Howard University, we started our first company, our first ever business venture. It was called Loose Screws Technologies. We offered everything from software, hardware updates, maintenance, support, you name it, we did it right there within the engineering building with our books beside us and a bunch of devices next to us. And we did that to support ourselves up through graduation. After that, real life kind of hits you, and he went his way and I went my way. And so, the business fell apart, not because it wasn't sustainable, but because we got into careers. Then we got so caught up with trying to get a job, trying to do this, trying to do that. I started my IT career actually while I was at Howard. I was doing IT for the school, and by the time I graduated, a career in IT actually offered me more money straight out of college than my engineering degree was going to offer me. So naturally I went into IT. 9 years later, I moved from doing regular desktop help desk support into management. I worked 2 levels under the program manager for a contract that we have with the FDIC, and I was able to see from a top-down perspective all the different moving parts and how they interact and how they work. And, I had that job for maybe about 4 years. I loved it. I got paid really well, and I probably worked maybe 6 hours a day if I felt like staying late. And it was amazing because the flexibility that I had there, the environment that I was working in was very flexible. As long as you were getting your work done, nobody cared when you came and went. Just make sure that business is operating smoothly. My title there was Enterprise Workflow Manager, which is just a fancy way of saying systems operations, making sure that the business flows smoothly between the different factions within the IT firm. And then last April, coming to work, normal day, mind you, a month leading up to that, I started to get recognized by the program manager and all the upper management, and they were really happy to see the fact that since I took the position in this management role that I had brought the productivity up from what we call SLAs, right, standard level agreement, what the client expects of us to perform to do from somewhere around the low 70s to 85% in the course of maybe a year and a half, which was not a hard task, but we talked about interpersonal skills. Is really just being able to talk to people, figure out what can I do to help you, how can I insert myself into the problem and get in the trenches with you, and let's fix this problem together. So fast forward, doing great, management loved me, and then one day they walked me into a room and said, we gotta let you go. Best day of my life. Best day of my life. Why? Because I knew when you're in the government contracting sector, you never know. You never know. One day, it could not even be you. Somebody at the top did something and they pull your contract. So I had always prepared for the day when they would say, your services are no longer needed. So I was happy about that because I said, you know what, that's fine. In the time that I've been here, I have learned the business because being in management, I see here's how it operates. I'm not looking at just my job. I'm not looking at what I do on a day-to-day. I say, how does this company make several $1 million a year? Who's in what position and what do they do? And I said, okay, I'm learning the business. And I always say this as a rule of thumb. If you are in a position, if you are in a job and you are not learning anything, then you're in the wrong position. Let me say that again. If you are in a job and you are learning nothing, you're in the wrong position. You should be able to not just know how you do your job, but how everyone else is doing their job, and how to bring those people together, how they operate, and how they cohesively make this company, whoever's at the top, $1 million a year, multi-millions of dollars a year. So when I got let go, it was like, okay, no problem. I was taking classes for my Security Plus, got it in July, and I said, I've made it. You know, I got experience, 9 years, I got my Security Plus. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna get a cybersecurity job. I'm gonna be okay. Most of you all know Security Plus is not gonna get you first dibs, right? So for months and months and months and months and months, I applied for jobs and I got some, like $30,000 under what I was making before, and I was like, nah, I'm good on that. And you know, I tried to figure out, well, in the meantime, you know, I'm gonna stay the course, I'm gonna keep on trying, but again, I'm faced with a dilemma. I have a certain amount of savings. I gotta get some money. And that leads me to really the heart of this talk, which is learning how to monetize the skills that you are doing on your day-to-day job and bringing them into the real world. Because when we first got in this room, I know some people are late, but a lot of people said, I'm looking. Government shut down, I'm looking. Contract got pulled, I'm looking. And everyone's looking for a job, but I didn't hear anyone say, I'm looking for clients. One guy said he was looking for clients. One guy. Everyone else, I'm looking for a job. Okay, well, you can look for a job, but in the meantime, how are you creating opportunity for yourself? If you've been in the IT industry at least 5 years, and you know the basics of even help desk or desktop support, you can go out there and create business for yourself. Can you fix my computer? Again, most of us have all been asked that at least once, twice, or 10 times. That was your business opportunity knocking at your door saying, hey, I really need this. I will pay you. How much does it cost? $250. You can fix it in a weekend. Maybe it only took you 3 hours. Okay, you break that down. Let's say 300, just to make the math simple. You made $100 an hour. How many of y'all making that on your job? How many certifications do you have to make $100 an hour? Right. So when you think about the earning potential that you have as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, with the skills that you are learning on your day-to-day job, I want you all to consider that nothing is guaranteed, especially in the government sector, especially with the contracting sector. Your jobs can be pulled from you, your checks can be pulled from you, and if you are not prepared for it, you will be in a dire situation. So what I implore you all to do is to think about what skills have you gathered until this point in your careers. What skills are you trying to get? And how can you apply them to everyday situations where people are in need of your services? And I'll leave you with this example. During that time when I was unemployed, it came to me, right? I no longer had insurance, and I had to get what's called a scaling in my teeth. And that is, between the scaling and whatever medication it was they had to give me, it was close to $1,000. I was not about to take $1,000 out of my savings for my teeth out. I'm gonna just keep brushing and hope. But my friend who works at a, 5 minutes? All right, cool. My friend who works at a dentist's office said, hey, our computers are messing up and we can't get on the internet. Something's wrong. Can you come fix our computers? So what should I think I did? I was like, yeah. Wait till I tell you all this stuff. So I go there and I'm like, well, everything seems to be connected. I'm checking the network. I'm like, okay, everything's good. and it's only one computer that's not able to work in this room. And I said, let me restart the computer. How much y'all want to bet that fixed the problem? They were so grateful. They was like, hey, I understand that you don't have insurance. We're going to give you this $1,000 procedure for free for fixing our computer. They were like, what did you do? I said, I did a little bit of this and that. And right there, just knowing simple strategies, right? What's the first thing you do when something's wrong? Can you restart your computer for me? I learned that at the help desk 9 years ago. Restart your computer for me.
Level 1 now.
Right? So I want you all to really think about the skills that you have, think about the skills that you're obtaining, and monetize them. Do not wait for a job to come your way. Do not, count on your job to be there to continue to give you benefits, because at the end of the day, one, you can never pass down a job. I know we're Blacks in Cyber, and I want to implore everyone to create generational wealth. So create something. And you don't have to be in the trenches. If you know how an operation works, right? I talked about learning the business. If you are in whatever job you're in, look at how they operate. You become that person at the top and say, I'm going to hire a security architect, I'm going to hire a pen tester, I'm going to hire a security analyst, I'm going to hire this person and that person. I'm going to put them together and organize them the way they need to be organized, and I'm going to maybe make them contractors. Maybe you now are the contracting company. $100,000 for, a 6-month contract, but here or there. Check the low-hanging fruit. Lawyer's office, doctor's office, dentist's office, $20,000 for, a 2-month contract, something simple. So, with that being said, I hope that you all really take that, think about what you have going for you, and the next time somebody asks you, can you fix my computer, you better say yes, and you better have a dollar amount ready to go when they ask you that. And that's my talk.
Well, I'm about to make some money on this